Hi guys, welcome back to another football talk. We are here to talk about the Champions League final of the 2021-22 season. As we know that both the most powerful teams, Liverpool and Real Madrid, have made it to the final this season. Can we see a repeat of what happened a couple of years ago? But we know that these two teams are quite different right now with different players. And Ancelotti came in Madrid or Zidane back then. So what's going to happen? To discuss about all of that, I have alongside me Zaid Hussain and Gordon Isaac. And let's get started straight away. Guys, what do you think? How do you think that these two teams have made it to the final of this year's competition? What are the ups and downs they've gone through? What do you think what is the main drive that got them here?
Actually, Liverpool had a very good season this year compared to other teams. They won the FA Cup, they won the Carabao Cup, and they were almost close enough. Just 20 minutes was the time gap, and they lost lifting the Premier League. And again, back to Champions League finals this weekend. So, consider the best team right now, winning trophies and winning games. And Liverpool made a wonderful record in the group stage. First English team to win 6 out of 6 games. And pretty much we lost only one game in this tournament so far. And
Exactly the best part. They didn't consider until the group stage. They didn't consider goal until the group stage. And they won all 6 games. The first English club to ever do that. So
yes, and we just lost only one away leg in the quarterfinals, and we drew in the second leg in the semi-finals, and here we are in the finals.
Wonderful. Any talk from your side, Zaid, regarding Madrid and Liverpool?
Regarding both the teams have very good seasons so far.
Yes.
Okay, and now both the teams will be facing each other in this UEFA Champions League final. I'm quite excited to see both the teams, and I have a lot of expectation from Hala Madrid. That's Real Madrid. I have a lot of expectation. I'm supporting, and if you see their performance so far in this season, and if you talk about the La Liga's performance also, the Real Madrid, they dominated over the other clubs, and a lot of expectation from Karim Benzema, how he goes and plays against Liverpool. And we can't take Liverpool lightly, because it's a great team with great players, and we need to take it we need to work more to go ahead them.
Exactly, but do you okay, fine, that's a nice one. Do you think Real Madrid will have a higher morale having already won the La Liga? And what do you think about Liverpool's mindset right now? I know we know that they're mentally strong, but having lost the title race to Manchester City recently, a couple of days back, how do you think they both are going to approach this game? Real Madrid having won the La Liga already, will they look more comfortable? And Liverpool still wanting to end on one more trophy, having won the EFL and the FA Cup. How do you think that they're going to look at this match?
We had a chance of making a quadruple this season, and unfortunately we couldn't finish it up because of City's good comeback against Villa. But this is a nice opportunity for Liverpool, and I don't think we're going to see this game as an easy one or something where we think it's going to be, we take it lightly or what. We have the force, and we want to make sure that we get the number 7, the Champions Trophy in the cabinet.
Yeah, the two most successful sides, I would say. I think Milan have 7 already, Liverpool have 6, and Madrid have 14. So what do you say about these two teams? How are they going to approach this game?
If you talk about logically, Madrid has 14 UEFA Champions League Cup, but you can't take Liverpool lightly. Okay, the way their performance was so far in this season, and they have a class 1 manager, Jurgen Klopp. So we can't take them lightly. We need to have a different mindset. The player need to have a different approach towards Liverpool, and then only they can compete.
I agree with both you guys. I think Liverpool have had that high press.
And one thing, La Liga title and UEFA Champions League, there's a lot of difference. So Liverpool will do their best to win this.
Correct. There's one cup they're aiming for, and I think they will definitely give in their best, put all in their effort. What I feel is that Liverpool having that advantage, they've used it in every game, putting that high press. It's worked out very good for Liverpool. I mean, that's been their strength, and they're so organized and systematic. Their one-touch passes, they're so quick. They're understanding. They find a way to find a solution to everything. When they're not able to get into the box or something, they have a thing. Real Madrid, on the other hand, I think since they've already faced 2 English clubs, Chelsea and Man City in the previous rounds, where I think they would have had an advantage over City and Chelsea, but they have not shown it. Still, we can see Chelsea and Man City both attacked Madrid a lot. Madrid worked a lot on counter-attacks. I think they might go with the same approach and expectation against Liverpool. Liverpool is definitely we're expecting them to play high. That their defense is so strong that even if they move into the other half, they can still make it back. So Madrid will be ready for that. So I'm expecting them to play full defensively and then go on counter-attacks. And coming to the style of play, guys, do you think what difference do you find Ancelotti's style of play and Klopp's style of play? Look at the formations that we have over here. The 4-2-3-1. This was the lineup that was taken in the second leg. So let's talk about Liverpool first. The 4-3-3 as usual as Klopp uses it. What do you think, Godwin? What do you think? This is a good lineup. How does it look like?
Liverpool is very strong in this formation, and this is a formation that Klopp himself built the team around. So it will be a very strong combination to face, and with Madrid not having the senior defenders, Madrid's centre backs are not senior players. All if you see all new people, young people, even the wing backs. So it will be hard, and with us having 4 players attacking, 4v4, and with our counter, we literally have a pace advantage over here. And when we high press, it's gonna be like Real Madrid will have 6 people in defense, and they'll have only 3 people in attack. So it will be easy for our defenders as well when we have 5 in the back.
Sure. Any of these guys who can cause a good challenge to Mohamed Salah or Luis Diaz if he starts, or Firmino or Jota. Any of these guys who, if they're into the box, Militao, Nacho, Fernandes, Mendy, Carvajal, if they push back, or else if Cruz or Casemiro comes back, pulling back, any of them who can cause extra trouble to Liverpool, because the Liverpool always try to break in through.
Yeah, Liverpool always tries to break into, but we have, the thing is, Vinicius Junior and Valverde has to come back because we have our wing backs who can support us as extra wingers. Okay, so they will spread the field nicely. So when they spread the field, it brings a chaotic to the defensive line. We'll have Luis Diaz, Mane, Salah, and then we'll have our centre midfielders attacking. So it will be a very chaotic situation for Real Madrid if they are not organized properly to face Liverpool, because we have the pace and we are very skilled to do one-touch passes in the box to find the players, and we have great wingers and wing backs who can find the people inside the box. So it's going to be really tough competition, and the one weakness that I see in Real Madrid is the defense. It's not experienced, and La Liga is not Premier League.
Exactly. So Zaz, what do you have to say about Liverpool's challenge and Madrid able to dealing with it, and what threat can Madrid pose to Liverpool looking at the lineup? Let's start with Liverpool saying first.
Liverpool, see, as you rightly said, a couple of minutes ago, that their defense is quite strong. If you see Robertson, Virgil, then Trent, then Alisson, again they have world-class goalkeeper also. So their defense is quite strong. But I think the Real Madrid striker, they are also strong. So we have Karim Benzema, who's leading, who is known for the people, the Real Madrid fans, they expect him to go and score hat-trick, and he has helped his team Real Madrid to win few of the games. If you see few of the starting games of this season where Real Madrid was lacking. But somehow Karim Benzema helped, and we also have Luka Modric, Casemiro, so mid also looks good. But I think as Godwin also said rightly, if you talk in a very logical and a very truthful sense, then I think in defense they are not that experienced. If you see Mendy, Nacho, they're not that experienced. So this can help Liverpool, but at other point you can't predict anything. Anything can happen in this tough competition.
Guys, that's a nice one, but don't you think Real Madrid has this one problem? See, because we know that Liverpool will score by default in every game they play. We have seen that in almost every game they've played. They will score by default. But talking about Madrid, when they played against City and Chelsea, they struggled to score. Now, they have only Benzema inside the box, if you have noticed, and they wait for crosses to go to Benzema. If they're up against such a defense like Liverpool, well, Liverpool hardly consider, and only Van Dijk and Matip are more than enough to handle the backline in case Robertson and Trent are pushing up higher. These two can make it up. You think it's going to be very tough for Benzema to convert his chances, or can Madrid score only from set pieces like corners or something?
I think I truly agree with you. If only Benzema is leading Real Madrid alone, and he's doing everything for them, it's going to be tough for Karim Benzema also, because the Liverpool defenders, they will not let Benzema go ahead and score a goal, and that way at final match of UEFA Champions League. I don't think so, because their defense is quite strong and they'll not allow him. And I think different strategy Real Madrid should adopt this time for this final match, because you're playing against world-class team as like you, so they need to adopt a different strategy altogether.
What do you think, Godwin, about that? Is this a point of weakness for them, or should they only depend on corners or something for Benzema to hit the goal? Can they find ways inside the box, where they can find crosses from Mendy or Gabriel for him to score, because the Liverpool defense is so strong?
See, if you're going to take the Real Madrid team from the 2019 finals to this finals, except the midfield and the striker, the entire team is different, including the goalkeeper. No Keylor Navas, no Sergio Ramos, Ronaldo in the wing, no Bale on the other side.
Yes.
Okay. They lost players, and actually Real Madrid was not effective since Ronaldo left the club.
Yeah.
And they're finally back into a Champions League final, which is usually called as Real Madrid tournament. Yeah, they're strong, but it will be really hard, and if Virgil van Dijk is playing, it will be really hard for Real Madrid to get into the boxes, get into the crosses, because Virgil van Dijk is, as we all know, is a wonderful defender, and he's really experienced and talented as well.
Fine, but do you think that playing wide is an advantage for them? They've played wide against Man City and Chelsea a lot, so you think going wide and then penetrating into the box would be a key for them?
Real Madrid usually scored more goals in the second half, and Liverpool usually score more goals in the first half. And we are in a very good season. We fired more than 150 goals this season, and it's a new club record as for Liverpool. And
it's amazing.
we are just
Correct.
scoring goals, like 2 goals per game, and we conceded very less. And thanks to our defensive side, we really think we could win this year and bring the cup back.
I would like to add
Yes, please. What else would you like to say, Zahid?
I would like to add a few lines. Is that as you said, Virgil van Dijk, is a world-class defender. Okay? He will not allow the Karim Benzema to go ahead and score a goal. But if Karim Benzema is able to do so, then it's going to be a new legacy, a new start, a new concept for Real Madrid as a club, because it's not that easy to go and score a goal against a defender like Virgil van Dijk and other players. But if they are able to do it, if Benzema is able to do it, then it's a new record, a new way. Yeah.
Yes, guys. So I absolutely agree with you on that. Any prediction for Ancelotti's change of formation? You think he might stick to 4-2-3-1, or he can go to 4-3-3? Any predictions or anything?
I won't be surprised if he's going to bring another centre back, because Chelsea, Wolves, in the recent games, they succeeded holding Liverpool back with having 3 centre backs and 2 wingers playing a formation of 3-5-2. So where those wing backs can come back and support the defenders. So when Liverpool's going to attack, it will be 5 people at the back, and it really caused a lot of problems, and that change might happen, and they might target the left side. Big loss. Fabinho's not going to play. So when wingers are going to go play, he used to support the defense. So we're not going to have our holding midfielder in the field. And with Thiago Alcantara, our attacking midfielder, you see the wonderful pass that he made in the Wolves game, that wonderful back heel, which made us to get the equalizer. So we're not going to have Thiago, we're not going to have Fabinho in the midfield. So it's going to be either experienced Henderson or Milner, or it could be the new players, Harvey Elliott or Curtis Jones. So it's going to be a good chance, and we might even see Divock Origi, his final game for a club legend. Who had got important and crucial goals for the team, and whenever we needed him and whenever he comes in. So it'll be a very good game for Liverpool, and there's a lot of positives in the team, and the team is played pretty well. We just finished winning 17 games without a defeat. So we just want to continue it till the end of the season, and we had a very wonderful season. Since whatever tournament we had, we almost would have won the quadruple and best team. So it will be a really a good finish.
An important one.
Yeah, and if we become the champions of the Europe, and it will be a really amazing thing to end the season in a high note.
Zahid, you say you think Madrid is going to go with this formation, or will they shift to 4-3-3, or put an extra defense at the back?
I think I'll be surprised if they go ahead with a different combination altogether. But I think if you talk about their defense, it looks not experienced players are not there. But if you see the mid, we have Cruz and Luka Modric, so it's experienced Casemiro there, and of course Benzema also. But they need to be careful with the defense. And if you talk about Kudros, the goalkeeper, so he's also a good goalkeeper. So they can like stop Liverpool from winning that UEFA Champions League Cup. But I think they need to be careful with their defense. Apart from that, if you talk about their mid, it's I think it's quite experienced and they're good enough to like give a tough competition.
I absolutely agree with that, guys, because what I feel is since they have played two English sides with the same formation, I definitely feel he's going to go with this because they look pretty confident with that. Knowing that they've made comebacks over two legs, I know this is going to be a risky one going to this one since it's a one-off match. So, but I feel that he's going to go with this. He might make playing 11 changes, but I think he'll stick to this formation. And guys, just in a short way, can you tell what is one strength and one weakness of both the sides? Strength and weakness of Real Madrid and one strength and weakness of Liverpool. After observing how they played throughout the group stage, the round of 16, where they've faltered in some areas, where do you feel they lack one and they are very good at in one region, both Liverpool and Real Madrid?
So one strong thing I see is our defense. We played Chelsea twice in two finals this season, and we are pretty strong. We had a lot of one-on-one situations where Chelsea had to face with Alisson, and he came up with the upper hand. And we didn't concede a goal. And unfortunately, we considered a goal against Wolves, but again, Wolves had a lot of chances, a lot of beautiful chances, easy chances, but Alisson again stood up there in spite of not having a central defender, Virgil van Dijk. The strength of Liverpool that I say is our team spirit. We defend as a team, we attack as a team.
Any worries, any weaknesses you can think of the opening up?
The weaknesses, when we press higher, when we put a lot of pressure up, they go up, they release the wingers of the opposition. If they're not tracking back with our wing backs, their wingers will be free. So it will be like along like if Real Madrid is going to play like this, they're going to have 4 players, and without Fabinho, so it will be hard to track back 4 players with just 3 defenders. So that will be a little bit of weakness where Real Madrid will try to pounce, because when they recover the ball in a high press and they go for a quick counter, which is Real Madrid's strength, they're really good in counter attacks. So if they're going to counter, then it's going to be really hard. And we really need, we have a lot of injury crisis we are not sure about Virgil van Dijk, we are not sure about Thiago, we are not sure about Fabinho, and even Salah, can he play the full 90?
Correct. Alcantara was out for some time with a muscular injury, and I heard that he's back to training today. That's the message from Klopp. What do you think, Zayed? One strength and weakness of both the sides. What do you see after observing the way the results have come, the number of goals both sides have scored? What do you think? How do you think?
So, if talking in a very general manner, what I feel is that if the entire team like they play together, they don't depend much on Benzema in terms of attack, then they're gonna show a good game altogether. But they need to work out with their defense. As I said, it's a weakness. And on the opponent side, if you talk about Liverpool defense, it's quite strong. But so as I like to say, if you talk about their mid lineup, Luka Modric and all, Toni Kroos and Casemiro, it looks good. Okay, but you need to be very careful with defense. I think because opponent defense is very strong. Goalkeeper, I think they're good in terms of quick counter attack. Again, as Godwin said, Real Madrid can counter very good. But I think you can't depend too much on Karim Benzema. You need to take a different approach, total different strategy altogether, and then go and play a natural game. Don't think anything. Play a natural game and don't take your opponent lightly, because now we have won the La Liga title or whatever the other matches. But this is the UEFA Champions League final. It's a big stage, big player, big people. So you need to play a very natural game with a different and good mindset.
I agree with you guys on that. So that's going to be the one. Even I say that Madrid, their defense might have a bit shake. They should concentrate on that. And looking at Liverpool's attack, that's their strength. Their defense can only be a problem in case they take that for granted and leave too much space at the back. When Real Madrid's counter-attack, which we spoke about, their strength. Yeah, that's the only thing. And let's have a quick say on any injury concerns and who could be the key players for both sides in this contest. Who do you think would be the 2-3 main players the entire team would depend on to deliver? And what are the injury concerns you can talk about from both the sides?
See, the biggest drawback for Liverpool in this finals will be our midfield. We had injuries, we had people suffering with COVID, and all those stuffs were happening. And when it comes to midfield, we had 2 brilliant players. Okay, we have one holding midfielder, which is Fabinho, and we have an attacking midfielder, Thiago Alcantara, and a supporting midfielder, Henderson or Milner or Curtis Jones, or whoever takes either right wing or left wing, support the balance of the midfield. So now what will be these injuries really gonna give a difficult time for Liverpool because our midfield is not experienced and it's not on the usual strength.
Yeah. Anything from your side, Zaid? What do you think about both the teams' injuries and the key players for this contest?
If you talk about the key players like Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Casemiro, and Benzema, these four players, I think they are the backbone of Real Madrid, and we can't even think of like they are not performing in terms of this game. If you talk about this game in general, this big final, I think they are the key players who can really put a good show all together, and they can go ahead and play a natural game.
Okay, guys, let's get down to the predictions right now, and let's see what's your final take after analyzing both the teams, two good sides going head to head against. And this is a wonderful blockbuster in the final on Saturday night. Who do you think will prevail in France? This Stade de France in Paris. Who do you think will prevail? What's your approximate score prediction? Do you think we'll go to extra time or up till penalties, or do you think within 90 minutes it's going to get done?
So Liverpool has a record of scoring 2 goals per game this season, and that's minimum 2 goals per game.
Yeah.
So I really think it won't be like both the finals we played where we couldn't score in the regular time or in the extra time and ended up in penalties. I don't think that's going to happen in the Champions League finals, and I believe we're going to score. So my predictions, let's go with the last game's scoreline, 3-1.
3-1 to Liverpool.
Liverpool.
3-1 to Liverpool. Okay, and
3-1.
Sai, what's your prediction? What's your take on it?
Say Dow, like as I said, defense might be weak for Real Madrid, but still I think like it's going to be 2-1. I would like to say 2. I think that
Which way?
Like
Real Madrid's way.
Real Madrid.
Fine. That's a nice one. It's a good session we had, and I also believe that Madrid are going to end this on a very nervy note. 1-0 to Madrid. Thank you guys for joining us. It was a wonderful session talking about Liverpool and Real Madrid. Please watch out for this wonderful game on Saturday night, Indian Standard Time, 12:15 a.m. It'll be on a Sunday, that's 29th of May, Indian Standard Time. Thank you for joining us for this session. It was nice having you.